Okay, I guess I didn't really need to worry about it. I'm always a little bit worried about the second boss of the second area because sometimes I'm just really unlucky with the twins, but I guess this time around it's just fine, right? It is just fine. It's this Bazoom, 23 damage. But I think without an additional enemy, it's not really that helpful, so I guess we're just going to go for the Bazoom. In order to ensure that our little Miss Shane is always able to recover, right? Oh, I could cut the timer for the Black Fog down to 50%. And increase the damage as well. In combination with Kaboom, that might actually be kind of handy to have. But I'm also a bit worried that we don't really take care of them in time, so maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, let's go for the Flaming Barrel. Flaming Barrel is certainly going to be helpful, especially for Miss Shane, right? It kind of screams Miss Shane. Okay then, let's move forward. It is time for a certain somebody to get his final conversation with one more gun. Once I see it. There it is. Come on, Silverstein! We've all been waiting for this. And after that, I guess we are going to start working on Miss Shane. Hey, that pistol! Ah, never mind. It's just a deco gun. Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry, I can only get the decoration version of it. If I could get the real one, I would certainly give it as a present. Now then, let's see. Level 3. Silverstein? What is it? So, how about we return to the Ark? What? Well, you said you didn't like the Twisted Land. It's not like we have a time limit for activating the clock tower. I mean, we kind of do now, but not at that point, so maybe we should just call it here for now. Is it because of me? Yeah, kinda. You should already know that the landscape of the Twisted Land change frequently. If we return to the Ark now, all the exploration we've done so far will go to waste. But still, if we are too hasty, we're just going to ruin everyone's chance of actually making it to the end, Silverstein. You of all people must know about that, right? With the mine. Hey kid, didn't you ask me a while ago why I don't like the Twisted Land but still work for the investigation team? Yeah. This is a bit of an embarrassing story, so try not to laugh. I once admired investigators. You what? Ever since I was young, the only thing I was good at was picking fights. I thought I would make a name for myself in the Ark. So I thought if I joined the investigation team, I could start living a brighter life. Automatically, the investigation team is a place where strength is everything. And if you can prove your strength, the wealth and fame will follow naturally. However, my first trip to the Twisted Land was completely different from what I have expected. I thought at best it would be on a level of tussling with gangsters in the back alley, but the reality was much different. Enemies that swarm you without warning, monsters beyond comprehension that shatter your will to fight. As for the allies who went with me, one died at the scene, one is lying in the hospital, paralyzed from the neck down. The last guy couldn't overcome the trauma of that day, and he's now spending the rest of his life drunk. Is that why you decided to join the defense force? Because you didn't want to go to the Twisted Land again? That's right. I overlooked the fact that a fancy life comes with risk. From that day on, I decided to give up my dream and live a normal life in the defense force. I don't need anything like a fancy life anymore. Not living a miserable life is enough for me. That is the life that I choose. Oh, pathetic, isn't it? Feel free to laugh all you want. I mean, it's kind of understandable. I mean, let's be serious. One of them died, other one ended in the hospital, and one became a drunkard. No wonders that you were scared about it. That's pathetic. Understandable. That's cute. Okay, I can already see which options I should probably pick, which is understandable. But I also kind of want to know what happens if I were to pick that's cute. So I'm really sorry. It's totally understandable why you react that way. But I do want to see what happens if I pick this. Silverstein, you have a bit of a cute side. What? You had a silent and scary image, but I felt a more down-to-earth side from you. Are you making fun of me? Not that I mind. But Silverstein, huh? You talked about how scary the Twisted Land is, and how you gave up on your dreams. But if that's the case, then why are you here now? Now? Even if it's me who brought you here, you could have easily refused if you really wanted to. I mean, I can't really force you. That's... Maybe you still have some leftover thoughts, huh? What? The dream that you mentioned. A bright and fancy life. Maybe somewhere in your heart you still haven't given up on that dream yet. So you remain in the investigation team as part of the defense force. I was thinking, maybe that is why you didn't turn me down and came down to the Twisted Land with me. What? That's not true! I'm scared even now to be in this place like this where I don't know when if I'll end up dying or alive in the next second. No, you won't die, Silverstein. You're already strong enough. Also, you're not alone. We are all in this together. Everyone is risking their life around here. You're not alone. I'm going to try my hardest to ensure that you never die. Actually speaking, I already had to use my necklace twice. Not on you, but on the others. That already speaks volume, right? Thanks for saying that. But I'm really not the person you think I am. I'm just a boring adult running away from danger to save my own life. Silverstein. Even so, what you said, it might not be completely false. What? When I heard that the girl of prophecy arrived, and when that girl said that she wanted to bring me along, in that instant, the dream I long forgotten about reawakened in me just a little. If I follow you and succeed in activating the clock tower, it could be my one and only opportunity to become a hero of humanity. I thought, if it's not too late, maybe it's okay to dream a little. No, wait, what are you making this grown-ass man say, kid? Well, it's definitely not too late, right? I have confidence in your strength, and I believe that with the help of everyone here, we'll be able to activate the clock tower like always. I will tell you in advance, if it looks like we're about to die, I might just run off. The most precious thing to me is my own life after all. Well, I'll do my best to prevent that from happening, right? Like all the previous times. You sure know how to bluff, huh? I like that. Alright, let's get going. Let's hurry up and finish this so that we can go back safely to the Ark. Right. Oh god, and after this, we need to take care of the graveyard. We just need to beat one more boss. I don't really think it matters if we beat the Tsar or not. But at the very least, we need to ensure that we beat one more boss. Right? One more boss. Somehow. Okay. I love this girl. She's the best. From all possible bosses that can literally appear around here, the lady is probably the easiest one of them all. The fire lady is tricky, thanks to her constant counters. And the Reaper, even though he's literally the first boss that appears around here, I would almost put him on the second, maybe occasionally on the third level around here. But this lady, one. Literally, only one. She's really, really easy to handle as long as you have a lot of mana and a bunch of drawing cards. Right? Pretty much. So, I won't really be needing this. And this. Increases the slot by 2. Never mind, I guess I don't need the weakening potion. I don't need the weakening potion. Thank you very much. Okay, so how does it work? I activate this. Get another relic pouch. You reduce my inventory. I read that. Oh, kidding. Mikasa, stupid. Me really, really stupid. Oh, I need this. And I need that. And I need this. And the recycling potion might be handy. Maybe. Yeah. Why did I do this? Oh, this is so stupid. This is quite literally the stupidest thing that I've done. Close. Yeah. I can pick it up. I should read before I equip said stuff. Might be better if I start reading before assuming that this would just increase our relic slots, huh? Might have been for the best if I did that first. Right, Miss Shane? Oh, this is so stupid. Okay, what could she possibly like? Except of maybe the toolkit? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she would love the toolkit. I mean, she literally is building stuff and destroying stuff with her chainsaw. Whoa, this thing contains every tool I could possibly need. It almost feels like it was made just for me. Maybe it was. Thanks, Lucy. Should I make you something in return? I know. How about a Lucy chainsaw? Mine shoots fire, so yours can shoot electricity or something like that. What? You don't need it? I guess she doesn't really need it. I guess she prefers the sword, but it's a nice thought though. It's a nice thought, Miss Shane. Lucy, watch this. What did you do? There are flames coming out of your chainsaw. Cool, isn't it? It even has the name Miss Burn number 14. Is this magic? No, it's science. Science, huh? Wait, maybe it's engineering? Anyways. Pretty awesome for a homemade custom build, don't you think? It looks a little bit dangerous though. Are the tanks separated from the flames itself? I mean, if the tanks are getting overheated, that whole thing might just explode in your hands. Don't worry. I follow all the safety regulations. Probably. Really? I thought Joey was the one who made it. He would never make something this authentic. I'm a technician by trade, so I have some know-how on making chainsaws. The bad boys are more delicate than they look, so they fall apart quickly if you don't put care into making them. Aha, so you're using these delicate boys to cut away some monsters, huh? That's right, hence why I said this one is number 14. Number 13 met its end not too long ago against a strong foe, but surely 14 will make us all proud, huh? Number 14 inherits the part of and soul of number 13. I wanna hurry up and feed it as much blood and flesh as number 13. So tell me when you're finished with preparations. Number 14's engine is ready to go. Aha. Somebody's eager to slice apart some enemies. Let's see if you're actually able to beat us all. Probably not, but I would love to get more credits around here. Just saying. Just saying. Did I upgrade? No, I still need to upgrade. Identify damage. Move to the top. How about this one? Blind fire at the top sounds like a good idea. The extra damage would be nice, but let's be serious. The blind fire is probably the best option that we have at this point of time. I wish I had Johan around here though. The blind fire in combination with Johan's illusion arrow that literally reduces the cost of fixability to 0 for a couple of turns. and let us reuse it multiple times in a row. Seems like a very strong combination around here, but it is how it is, right? It is how it is. Now then. It is time, Phoenix. A long conversation with 2 or maybe 3 people? 3 people, oi. Well, Joey, we're going to start with you. Well, Joey. Joey, hear me out, okay? This is our first and last opportunity to go out to the real world. If we miss this chance, we'll never be able to go out to the real world again. It's your last chance to regain your lost self from the past. I don't care. Why would I want to regain my incompetent self? You're not incompetent. Shut up. What do you know? You saw the records, right? I was a talented, incompetent loser with an inferior complex that you still kind of have. Why do you think of yourself as incompetent? My family is a lineage of successful businessmen. My father spent a lot of money on elite education to raise me as his successor. But because of my incompetence, I couldn't keep up with the education at all. My father was disappointed. He called me a stupid son and started treating me like I was disowned. To save face, I pretended to have talent and pretended to be an elite. Every time I do that, I compare myself to the real elites, and I felt more and more inferior. You know Merland, right? She goes by Sharon in this world. I got to know her because our parents knew each other, and she was a literal genius. Whenever I was around those kind of people, I felt like a worthless piece of trash. Ooh, that's not true. You supported an investigation team all by yourself in the research lab, and you sometimes fought with us, and you also healed our wounds. If you really were incompetent, you wouldn't even be here fighting with us, right? Or rather with me. Because it's the virtual world, duh. You said everyone's their ideal self in this world, right? I probably gained talents because I wanted to become competent, unlike myself in the real world. The virtual world isn't such a convenient tool, just so you know. Even if it's the virtual world, I don't think an incompetent person can suddenly become competent like that. What? Think about it. These potions. You made all of them yourself, right? When you were recruiting people to go down to Twisted Land, I crafted some stuff that seemed useful. Referring to each of the formulas, gathering the right proportion and consistency, and shaking at the appropriated strength. Didn't you do something similar in the real world? In the real world? Well, I did have a hobby of making cocktails. I often make sweet and vibrant cocktails by mixing syrups with various liquor that my dad collected. I couldn't drink them because I wasn't an adult, but I really enjoyed their unique color and scent. Maybe that is why I'm making potions in the virtual world. I think that might be it. The potions you created were always sweet and colorful. See? We already found your talent. You're a barkeeper. And that's great. What kind of talent is that? Let me tell you, my father figured out I was making cocktails and almost bashed my head in. Since he always ordered one of his servants to make cocktails on his days off, I once served him one of my cocktails. For a moment I was happy that he seemed to be enjoying it, but then he noticed it tastes different from what he normally drank. So he asked around and eventually found out that I made it. He scolded me so hard, telling me that making cocktails is something only servant would do, and that I should concentrate on my studies instead of doing useless shit. Oh. Your father's horrible. But it seems like he was still satisfied with the taste. I mean, he did bother to ask around who made it. It? Still, what? I mean, your late father that you admire so much was satisfied with the cocktail that you made, right? That undoubtedly takes some real skill and talent. Don't give me that crap! I won't ever be recognized by my father with such a trivial talent! Why are you trying to match your talents to your father's standard? You are your own person. You're not alive for the sake of your father. Joey, I don't think you're incompetent at all. It's just that you were discouraged by your surrounding, which made you think of yourself as incompetent. If you really were incompetent without any talent, you wouldn't have been able to become such a great chemistry in this world. Because no matter how much of a person you change according to their ideals, the very core of a person just doesn't change. Just like how you carried out your love for making cocktails by making potions in this world. Kid, you... Joey, let's go out to the real world together. This time, don't even worry about your families or your father, and show everyone your true value. If it's the current you, I believe anything is possible. Oh no, he's crying! Joey! Who's crying? Okay, what's there to lose? Just give it a try. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I felt emotional after your speech or anything. I'm an elite, so it's only naturally I wouldn't give in to this sort of adversary, right? Of course. Let's go already. Didn't you say we're in danger if we don't stop Bazaar? Yeah. Good to see that he's motivated. Now then. Silverstein, how's it going? Huh? Please, lend me your strength. I need your help. He seems kind of dead in the eye, but that's certainly going to get better. You're so persistent. I already told you we're done talking. Silverstein, do you not want to go back to the real world? No, that's not it. I also want to go out to the real world if possible. Life here isn't so bad either, but this is not where we belong. If you know that, then why don't you want to fight? Why are you so fixated on me? Because you need a strong ally? I already told you there are plenty of other strong guys besides me. I don't know what sort of fantasy you have of me, but I'm not the kind of respectable guy you think I am. I was once a gangster. The Wild Cane organization that I belonged to was called a corporation, but it was no different from a crime ring. On the boss's order, I didn't hesitate to bloody my hands, or steal, or embezzle, or even worse. Normally, I'm not the kind of guy a child like you would approach freely. Silverstein, I don't think of you as a bad person. It's only because I was a normal investigator in this world. But that's not it. At least in this world, you don't like to fight. I don't think a person who hates fighting would join a gang like that, or rather by choice. Oh, quit talking like you know everything. Well, I'll admit that much. The only reason why I joined the Wild Cane is because the only thing I know how to do was fight. Back when I was still young, I dreamed of taking the world by storm and living a glamorous life. But nowadays, I don't care as long as I'm guaranteed a peaceful life. And to live a peaceful life, you need money. I chose the most efficient way to earn it by leveraging the talent that I had. Working for Wild Cane was as profitable as it was risky. But I don't think I'll ever find the peace I wanted in the world ruined by the catastrophe. I don't want to live a life where I'm doing restoration work until my denture falls off and I kick the bucket. That is the reason why I'm not willing to help you. But didn't you join us in order to survive the great catastrophe? You were already prepared to rebuild the world. At some point at least, right? So you're saying you don't want to work? I can do something about that at least. You can? What? How? What is a kid like you going to do? I'm not just a kid. I'm the daughter of the Ark Project Executive Manager. If we are going out to the real world, I will ask my dad to ensure that you can live a peaceful life. Wait, are you serious? I am serious. It's not that far-fetched for an idea. We're the only one at this point who can successfully complete the Ark Project, and that would go far beyond a normal accomplishment. Considering how much my dad risked his life to rebuild humanity, it's definitely possible for him to give you some kind of preferring treatment wants to save everyone's life, right? You're saying this knowing I'm a gangster and a criminal? Well, doesn't really matter, as long as we can get out to the real world. And as I said, I don't think of you as a bad person, Silverstein. I believe in you. Wow, I guess you're not an ordinary kid, huh, Lucy? I think you might have more guts than some of the mafia bosses. Okay, this isn't a joke, Silverstein. Alright, kid, you win. Your grit won over my stubbornness. So you're helping? Yes. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll be so ashamed of myself if I refuse after you said all of that. And you lit a fire on a dream of mine that I'd forgotten for so long. A dream? It's nothing. Oh, and kid, I know I agreed to help you and all, but just know that I'll be waiting for the compensation. You better keep that promise. Oh, don't worry. I'm pretty sure Lucy's going to make sure that Klein is going to keep that word. He didn't make that promise himself, but he really dotes on his daughter, and I'm just going to hope that he's going to keep that promise. Now, Narhan. Oi. Are you going to talk, Narhan? Are you going to talk now? What's wrong? You haven't said anything since last time. Did you see something bad in the archive? No. You assume it was something bad, but it's the exact opposite. I saw something truly incredible. All thanks to you. Okay. Narhan, I'm sure you know already, but in order to go out to the real world, we need to take back the cube that Azar stole from us. Then we'll use it to awaken the Master and use the Master's power in order to escape to reality. Reality? Lucy, what do you think reality is? What is the real world? That's a good question. Well, the real world, of course, it's the actual world where we lived in. The actual real world. Then, do you consider this virtual world we live in to be a fake world? Fake? I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely not the real world. How so? Reality, by definition, is the state of things as they actually exist. If the virtual world is not reality, does that mean the space we are in does not actually exist? What do you mean with that? The important thing is how it is seen. From the perspective of the outside world, this world may just seem like a computer program. But for us, as people who can see and feel the world from inside it, this world certainly does exist, does it not? That's true. That's why Azar wanted to stay with the others. If so, the virtual world could also be considered its own reality. Going out to the real world, that very notion is a contradiction, is what I'm saying. What? So, Narhan, does that mean you want to stay here? I never said that, did I? Well, I don't mind either way. As I said, I believe the distinction between the real world and the virtual world is irrational. It's just, I'm a little intrigued by this virtual world. A computer program which is actually just a collection of data, manipulating the 5 senses of the user to present a functional world. It is similar to me, in a way. Huh? To you? No, it's nothing. Anyways, let's prepare ourselves for the upcoming fight. What? Are you really going to help us now? Why, is that a problem? I mean, it doesn't really seem like we've resolved anything here. No, not really. Although it would be fun to linger in this twisted virtual world and observe the population from a distance. But even more than that, I want to witness how this world will end. Okay. Sure, everything for your entertainment, Narhan. Okay. I guess it's time to die. Once I get a couple of extra gifts around here. machine working for me. Yes, I've used pretty much all of my items. Now we are totally screwed, but at the very least, 2 more achievements. Right? 2 more achievements. Couldn't ask for anything else. Really, I really couldn't ask for anything else. Oh god. Why is it always so tricky with him? It's every time. I mean, I slowly start to understand him. It doesn't change the fact that it is always extremely close near the finish line during his 3rd phase. It's ridiculous if you think about it. This is unfair! This is just unfair! I'm not even sure how he survived that in the first place, but still! Oh well, okay, that was to be expected. The party was good, but I lacked the heals. I lacked the heals. Oh well, right? Oh well. She is relatively tanky on her own, and Huss might be able to help out with that. Sure, she is able to do some damage against her as well, but I'm sure they're going to get along somehow. Right, Huss? But then again, you're already maxed out, Huss. Never mind. Oh, shoot. No. No, 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 no. No, no. Huss, you're already maxed out. I can't really bring you into this. Maybe if you appear randomly in the selection screen. Which means I need to pick something that isn't a healer in order to increase the odds. Which is... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 are done. Those guys are technically done. She still needs the gold one. 5, 6, and everyone else around here is already golden, except of Azar, but I'm going to get his one for last. Russell also still needs the golden one, but in general, we only need 5 more peoples with 3 clover, and the rest is just rerunning the dungeon over and over again in order to bring them all to Azar, right? I don't even need to bring him past Azar, I just need to bring him around Azar. And I just noticed almost all of them are healers that are currently missing, except of Momori and Lian. But once again, Momori, I still don't quite understand you that well. So maybe instead of that, I'm just gonna pick Helia. Or not. Okay, I guess we need a spot for Helia and Selena. Otherwise, they won't come. Interesting, so that means you two want to run all on your own then, huh? Well, that's not really nice, because I really want to max out Miss Jane now. In that case, I guess I'm just going to bring Lian in order... or rather in hopes of getting Huss into the next selection screen. Because if I bring 2 tanks into this, usually speaking, they are more eager to give us a healer or a DPS instead, right? Teapot, is that gonna be helpful? Probably not, because we are about to use one of the toolkits, right? So now let's cross our fingers. Ask and you shall receive. You wanted to get Huss? Here you go, Huss. Welcome aboard. I really hope you like it around here. You are probably going to get traumatized though. I should give you a fair warning about that. Everyone who is currently lacking their golden friendship token are all doomed to get traumatized in the archive once we get around there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Toolbox, Miss Shane. There you go. And after that, we need to figure out what Leon likes. Whoa! This thing contains everything I could possibly need. Now then. Where were we? I spent a long time finding the program master. I almost forgot what Miss Shane was talking about in the last conversation. Something about fire. I remember fire. Lucy. Hey there. Look at Big Sis. Big Sis? Oh, so cute. Alright, come over here. Oh, I knew it. It's scrapped. Sit here. I'll put a band-aid on you. But it doesn't hurt that much. Besides, we need to get going. To activate the clock tower, right? Your body comes first before the clock tower, Lucy. You will regret it if you push yourself too hard and get hurt. Adventuring is good and all, but you need to learn to take a break too. That's true. I can't say that I've lived that long either, but since I've done a lot of dangerous things, I'm used to having bruises all over my body. Really? It's obvious from my fighting style, right? I stand at the very front to protect all my allies. But one day I realize, if I act recklessly out there and die, who's gonna protect my allies behind me? I learned that in order to protect my allies, I had to protect myself first and foremost. It's a shame. Okay, all done. It might have been cleaner if we used healing magic or potions, but I kinda prefer the old-fashioned way. There's something human about its crudeness, if you know what I mean. True. Miss Shane, you really do feel like a big sister, huh? Oh, is that so? Then you can call me Big Sis from now on. I don't really need any more family members. This is stupid. No, so close. Oh, but that's sweet. She has a caring side for Lucy. Which also explains why she wasn't so depressed in the archive. Maybe she was worried that she might end up worrying Lucia at the end of it all. It is a possibility, right? It is a possibility. So, okay. Now, we need to think, or rather we should start thinking about Leon. What do we know about Leon? She has a great sword. She has a red hood. And that is pretty much everything that I know about her, except for the fact that she's relatively shy in her original form. But I'm not entirely sure how well that is going to be reflected on her gift. Except, of course, there is a decently high chance that she might like the stuffed animal. But the first level is always a freebie, so I shouldn't really try it out right away. So in that case, how about one of the gifts that I have most of? Like, a fashion magazine. Sure, why not? Maybe she actually likes that. I know you're actually focused on training, Leon, but maybe. A gift? You didn't really need it to go out of your way like this. But still, thank you. Okay, it doesn't really seem like she likes it that much. But to be fair, she is more of a musclehead in this form, right? All she really cares about is protecting everyone else and training, right? All about training. Now then, Leon, what is it? Are you the strongest person in the investigation team? I wouldn't really say the strongest, but since I'm the instructor, I do have pride in my skills. In fact, most of our elite troops who made it into the Twisted Lands are personally trained by me. Wow, that's pretty cool. I want to become strong like you, Leon. You want to become strong? Then first, you should run. What? All strength begins with a healthy stamina. Well, it is true that you're still young, you also lack too much muscle mass. So we first need to build up your stamina in order to make you train even harder. Standard? I mean, it does kind of make sense. You should first develop your cardiovascular endurance by running, then develop your muscular endurance, and then move to actual muscle training. I see. Okay, never mind. No thank you. I already give up. What do you mean? Didn't you say that you wanted to become stronger? Lucy, I believe that you have potential. Once you beef up a little, you could easily become a veteran investigator. I don't really think she needs the extra muscle. She already has the technique. She's already strong enough. And I guess the time shades do kind of come first, right? And if you develop the muscles too early, that's actually not good for your body. That could hinder your growth. So, yeah, let's focus on the time shade for now. Huh? That sounds like a good idea. There's no time for training, right? Well, I suppose that's true. But I wasn't lying when I said that I wanted to become stronger. If I become stronger, I can protect the people I love and be someone that everyone can rely on, right? Oh, you're right. There was a time when I longed for strength, just like you. I know that feeling well. You longed for strength? There's no such thing as a person born strong. Well, as I said, you're still young, so maybe there's no need to hurry. As long as you hold on to that will to become stronger, I will watch over you, little by little. Okay, thanks, Diane. Good to see that she kind of sees the point of Lucy right now. Sometimes people are too fixated on training that they overlook that maybe this isn't really the right time for all of that. Oh, would you look at that? The rough curse of the sun, moon, and star equipment. I didn't think that they would appear like this. I thought they were exclusive for the shopkeeper quest, but I guess it's not really the case. Huh. Well, I can unequip it whenever I feel like, right? Yes. And the only downside is it reduces the attack and healing power by 1, weakening. Is that really the only thing? It just reduces our damage a little? Because if that's literally it, I think it was probably one of the easiest curses that they could have possibly given us around here. I'm just saying. Kinda sounds like the easiest one that they could possibly give us. It actually reduces the points by 2. It's not just -1, it's -2. Oh, I shouldn't have picked up the popcorn girl. Oh, shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. Okay. Okay. The tank on its own is not so bad. But the constant heal from the popcorn girl? Bad combination. Maybe I shouldn't pick up the popcorn girl unless I have a more aggressive party instead of just 2 tanks. Just going to allow us to spend even more time with Leon. And I guess this time around, I mean, I can still bring Miss Shane at a later point of time, which means I'm pretty much free to bring whoever I want. Like Sis. I could try out Sis. Sis, the puppet master, who was recently recruited into the investigation team. She usually takes care of tasks within the Ark due to her meek personality, but her colleagues highly appreciate her talent. Sis is an aggressive support who can use Eve to bolster the party's firepower. Okay, what's that about Eve the whole time? Eve doll. Okay. Sis owns Eve at the start of the battle. Eve increases the owner's attack power by 10%. If Eve has a remaining attack chance, Eve makes a follow-up attack when the owner casts a single target skill. If you cast an ally targeting skill, Eve moves onto the target and gains 1 attack chance. Eve also gains 1 attack chance at the start of a turn. So if I heal or protect them, Eve is able to move freely between my party members and allow them to attack more freely. That's good, especially in combination with Joey, because I'm pretty sure that counts as a buff, perchance. And if it does, I could combine that with Ironheart, which in turn would make the usual duo extremely strong. Right? Ironheart loves to have multiple healer around. Yeah, I can see how this might actually work with those two. But then again, I would need to see the other skills. Oh, the monk is back. No, but you know what I mean? I would need to see the other skills in order to actually pinpoint if that combination is actually good or not. You still refuse to say anything. Okay? Just so you know. It's very, very weird. Now then. You know what? I just had the options when I was picking this up. To select a relic that nullifies fog damage. If I knew the skull was waiting around the corner, I would have totally picked it up. I would have totally picked it up. Huh. Oh well, I guess it's fine, right? It's fine, I'm just gonna take the shield, hope that it helps, and just accept it as it is. Yep, I'm just gonna accept it as it is. Now then, before we activate the campfire, let me quickly take a little peek on Zeed's skills, right? Which is the Thread of Life that heals 7 all allies. If Eve has 2 stacks, consume 1 stack and restore 4 more HP. That sounds actually really, really good. Even though I'm pretty sure I can't really use this, right? I need single target skill for Eve, right? And then we have Patch Up. If Eve is at 2 stacks, consume 1 stack and restore 1 MP. Oh! 1 MP as well as heal 1 ally. Overheal by 3 at the end of a turn. Regeneration as well. Eve Guard. Target gains healing gauge protection. 16 heal. You know, I mean, it restores mana. I kinda have to go for the patch up, right? And then we have Collect Eve. If Eve has 2 stack, restores 2 mana. Okay. The ally with Eve receives 12 barrier until next turn. Eve is removed from all character, so multiple people can have Eve? Is that it? But then again, it seems like I can only use this once. So I'm not entirely sure if this is good or not. Heal 5, Swiftness. Attack that triggers Eve additional attack 100%. Critical hit chance. Okay. Is that good? It does certainly heal. I kinda need to heal in order to move her around. And it would boost her attack. The additional attack. I'm tempted to go for this. Collecting Eve sounds really handy. Yeah, let's go for Collecting Eve. I don't need all the basic heal, but Collecting Eve sounds really, really good. Like, really, really good. Multiple ways to recover our MP. No wonder that she was so tricky to get, right? All things considered, we needed to find multiple witches for her. And that was very unlikely, because every time I kinda ran into that golem guy instead of everyone else, right? And would you look at that? Would you look who already returned? The thing is, I would really love to bring Ironheart into this. He would love this. He would absolutely love it. He would get a benefit from all her heals, especially considering that she can recover MP. But Huss. I need to bring Huss. Huss still needs the golden token. Everyone else around here already has the golden token. We need to bring her to the archive. And to Azar. Right? We need to do that. This is very important. Actually speaking, I'm not even sure if I activated the book now that I think about it. Did I say cutscenes on the way? Now I'm doubting myself. Well, I will see in a second once I try on another gift for our very, very precious Leon. Because if it doesn't, I might have to restart the run. I'm pretty sure I can only reach a Tsar if I were to go through the story mode. Right? Maybe. Not entirely sure. Nevertheless, let's see. Anything training related? Milk for the bones, perchance? You need a bunch of calcium in order to... Oh yes, she's reacting to it. But you need a lot of calcium in order to build up your muscle and bones, right? This milk is fresh. Very good. I often suffer from fractures due to my fighting style, so I find myself buying milk all the time. At home, I even created a dedicated space for milk in the refrigerator. Anyways, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, that's good. She really enjoys milk. That's very good, Leon. Now you, Joey, and Johan can always get additional skills with milk. So every time I see milk in the vending machine, I should probably buy it, right? Every single time. Now then, Lucy, how are you feeling? Can you go on? Yeah, no problem. Don't overdo it, okay? You are our pathfinder. If you fall, we have no choice but to return to the Ark, right? If they can even return in the first place. It's okay. You'll be there to protect me, right, Leon? Well, you shouldn't rely on me so much. But you're strong, Leon. Even if I'm strong, I can't protect you all at a time. You need to become strong on your own. Didn't you tell me that you wanted to become stronger? Are you keeping up with your training that I taught you? About that. Lucy, are you listening? Leon, wait, hold on. What is it? Hey, stop touching my face. What is happening? Wait, what are you? Oh, stop it. Don't look at me. Don't look. Is she shy? Oh, wait. What did you see? What did you see? What are you doing? Oh, it went down again. I asked what you were doing, Lucy. Well, you have very pretty eyes, Leon. Leon, you have pretty eyes. What? I think you look better with your bangs pulled up. Oh, be quiet. You don't get to decide that. Besides, she probably likes it like this. It keeps her face covered and she doesn't really need to show that she's shy all the time. I'm sorry. It's just, you always have your bangs down, you know? So I was wondering if something happened to your eyes, like a scar or something. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable, Leon. Oh. No, that was immature of me as well. I'm sorry for yelling at you, but you should be careful from now on. I don't wish to show my eyes in front of the others, okay? Okay. Do you understand, Lucy? Your eyes reveal a lot about you. Your gaze, emotion, and intention, even your very thoughts. This applies to combat as well. By looking at your opponent's eye, you can predict how they will move and what they are aiming for. True. Okay? That is why I'm deliberately covering my eyes. To hide your thought from the enemies? That's right. Is that really the only reason? Yes. Is it? Then am I your enemy? If you're covering your eyes from me and the other investigators, that could only mean that you have something you want to hide from us. Now that you mention it, it does kind of sound like that. Even though it's just for a moment, I saw how incredible your eyes were, and for that reason, I think it's a bit of a waste to just cover them up, right? Pfft, stop it, come on. I don't want to discuss this any longer. If you're done resting, we should get going now, okay? The time shades has to be nearby by now. I mean, it is technically around the corner. The witch or the golems are already waiting for us. Just saying, right? Doesn't change the fact, though, that your eyes are probably really, really beautiful. Just like Johan, if he's not angry or scary. He has eyes like a hawk, like Mihawk from One Piece, right? Okay, no, but seriously though, cutscene? Say cutscene? Okay, we are still in the story, everything is good, there's nothing to worry about. Except... Right, I'm running out of time. Shoot! Okay. And today is the 5th part of this week. Okay, I would say I'm going to make a cut right here. In the next part, I'm going to meet you guys right at the campfire. Unless, of course, wait, I could save right here as well. No, but I'm going to wait right next to the campfire. Simply because we still have a lot of conversation to see. I'm not entirely sure whichever boss is going to show up around here, but if it's the witch, we might die. If it's the golem, we will certainly survive. Either way, it doesn't really matter whoever shows up, or if we survive or not. Since we're going to repeat this run as many times as it needs to, in order to bring Haas to the finish line, right? Like everyone else. And Shane with Shane as well, because we already spent a lot of time with her. She deserves to get a golden token. Right? Certainly. I hope you guys had fun in today's part, and I'll see you next Monday once we continue our investigation on all the investigators, because we're still trying to figure out where we are supposed to get all of the remaining reports. Right? Certainly. I hope you guys had fun, and see you then. Bye bye!